we have to answer these three questions. What to change to, and how to cause a change. Right? If you don't answer these three, then there is a problem. And there are a number of tools that are there. The approach is what to change to, how to cause the change. In this, there are certain tools. One tool is vicious cycle, the other tool is core conflict, direction of solution, buy-in process, and everything. So what I wanted to do is in each one of these sessions, take one tool and practice it with some examples. As I'll give you, these are the set of tools in some sense, right? There is a way to show cause and effect. In your organization, all we hear is symptoms, challenges, right? Can we connect those dots to come up with something called a vicious cycle? Call it a cause and effect. Then we know there are sometimes conflicts. We can even say what to change to. We call it what does the future look like? If you draw the solution, are there any negative branches? Right? Things like that. And then in order to get buy-in, how to cause the change, we are saying there is a change matrix, there is resistance, there is mystery analysis. There are a number of tools there, right? I will give you an example of a project. All of you must have worked on a project, right? So you guys have applied critical change to project. So I wanted to show you an example of vicious cycle. And this is what I wanted to do as an exercise next time when we come and be interactive and we can take it. It's like, let's say in project, right? What happens in project? Project is full of uncertainties, right? What are those uncertainties? They are full of uncertainties. When there are uncertainties, people don't show up to work. There are different skill levels. Anything that can go wrong in a project will go wrong. Scopes not defined well. It leads to delays or extra effort. So I'm trying to draw the cause and effect here, and it's very generic for project. You can make it specific for your environment. When that happens, what do? We start as soon as possible, even if we are not ready. We plan our project like this and we execute like this. Right? Make sense? What happens? Then there are unplanned iterations. When there are unplanned iterations, we start doing multitasking and rework. It leads to this is one cycle. When we get into this kind of a cycle, what happens? We start.
When you're saying uncertainty, what do you mean? Unknown?
Something unknown. Something that it's beyond your control. You don't know whether people are going to come to office tomorrow or not, right?
But if this is the example, so you can just say, I'm adding 1 month buffer every task to accommodate the fact.
I think the solution is different, right? But first we have to get the buy-in, right?
Okay.
So what I'm trying to say is just build a sample cause and effect.
Okay.
Maybe not.
I got your point. Right. Okay.
So now once you're delayed, management gets worried and they start to track in detail. Every day they want status, right? They are like, more meetings. Tell me where you are, right? Send me emails every night. Something like that, right? Then your key resource gets overloaded just to do this administrative stuff, right? And then you start into more multitasking and rework. And in that situation, what will happen? You start protect yourself. You start embedding like you're talking about buffer, right?
Yeah.
You start embedding more and more safeties into your product, right? Once that happens, your planned cycle time goes up. Before the project was looking like this and you were doing one thing at a time, now it starts to creep up and then it starts to become parallel. Now suddenly you have 20 things to do in parallel, right? So it is more and more multitasking, right? This is just a sample of a vicious cycle. So what we generally do as an exercise is bring in your open mind, bring in your challenges, don't have to reveal the environment, don't have to say which company and all that. It's just useful for you, right? Let's build with this. And see if we can get a good cause and effect that we can show internally to your, and you can say, is this what is happening in your organization? And this is a practice thing. Once you practice few times, it will be very useful for you to communicate the cause and effect in your environment. This is one example of one tool. So we were hoping next time we can do this. take one of these, practice this, then take another tool, practice that, and then this is how I think we can build. This can be, TOC can be very personal for you.